Oh my gosh, look who it is! Hello, it's So, and it's been such a long time since I've last uploaded, and I'm so sorry. I just got really busy with my last semester of college, looking for a new job, graduating, and then starting my new job, applying to medical school, moving, all of that business. I was just so busy. So, the video you're about to watch is basically a compilation of old clips that I've accumulated over the past couple of months. And it's gonna be a little bit more disjointed than the vlogs that I normally make, but I tried to edit everything together as seamlessly as I could and added in voiceovers to explain what exactly is going on. So, there is that. At this current point in time, I am working full time in clinical research and I've been accepted into medical school. So, in terms of content, you should expect to see like more TBH studying esque videos once I start medical school. But in the meantime, until that happens, I'm open to suggestions about what kind of videos you want to see from me. And I'm also a lot more active on Instagram. So if you're interested in seeing how I've been, what I've been up to, things like that, I would highly recommend you go over to my Instagram to check that out. In the meantime, I did also find some old videos that I filmed during my last semester but never found the time to edit. So you should be seeing those come out of the vault over the next couple of weeks. But again, super open to any suggestions about videos you want to see from me. And there's that. I hope you enjoy the vlog. Thank you so much for your patience and I'm so excited to be back. Welcome to my final semester of college. Looking back, it honestly flew by in such a flash. The classes I was taking for my final semester were primarily to wrap up my majors. So I had a capstone course for my biology major and my thesis class for my anthropology major. The videos that you're watching right now are clips taken from my last two courses, which was animal biodiversity and clinical psychology. Both are elective courses because I've already satisfied my graduation requirements. So these are just videos of me going to a local wildlife reserve to calculate biodiversity indices and looking at different organisms and their taxonomic classifications and how they evolved from their ancestors. And then for clinical psychology, pretty much what it says on the tin, just learning more about the DSM. I'm not gonna lie, immediately after graduation, I did regret taking classes that objectively would have been more helpful to me, like a biostatistics course to help in my research, or an economics or accounting course, since I don't know anything about money or the economy. But looking back, I think it was a lot better for my mental health and my happiness to choose electives that I was genuinely interested in and wanted to learn more about, like animal biodiversity or like clinical psychology, even though those aren't directly beneficial to me right now. Another thing I noticed about my last semester was that I went out a lot more than I normally would. I'm usually an introvert, I have a pretty limited social battery, and I like planning out events in advance so I know where to go, when to go, and how long I'm going to be there. I'm just that kind of person. But during my last semester, I would impulsively go out every weekend. I would agree to a lot more dinners and lunches with people than I normally would. And I just remember feeling such intense FOMO about graduating because I was worried that I wasn't taking full advantage of college before leaving and that I was staying in too often. So even though I really value my peace and my alone time, I just remember during my final semester, I really overextended myself. Okay, so I thought I was getting a 1.4 ounce jar of Aquaphor. This bad boy is apparently 14 ounces. I will now never run out of Aquaphor. This will stay with me till my dying day. Oh my God. It's just so much more than I was expecting. My God. Okay. Cheers to 14 ounces, I guess.
Oh. What is this? Luna eat fries? Hey.
She should have eaten fries. Two things. I got a new laptop that my school got for me through a grant, and I got a new pouch. I got it mostly because my new laptop has like special adapters that you have to plug in. Like it doesn't have any USB or anything like that. So you have to like carry around your own USB port and things like that. But I bought this because it reminded me of Luna. I got my laptop through a scholarship grant through my school, so it's nice I only had to pay for shipping. All right, so hello. I am in the middle of finals week and I'm literally slogging through Foucault right now. And so now I'm just slogging through it and trying to like explain what I'm talking about in my thesis without like, I don't know, oversimplifying it. I don't know, I'm having a struggle bus of a time. The one thing that kind of comforts me about all of this is that I will never have to analyze Foucault ever again after I graduate. And that is honestly the only thing that's getting me through this entire process, the idea that I will never have to do this again. Also, for context, in case you didn't know, I am a medical anthropology and biology double major, and my thesis is for my anthropology major. So it's on vulnerability and the medical gaze during the pandemic. And because of that, Foucault has to be one of my key theorists because he's the dude that first came up with this idea of the medical gaze in his work, Birth of the Clinic. He also talks a lot about biopower, surveillance, and governmentality in his other works like History of Sexuality or Discipline and Punish, things like that. So it's not that I can avoid talking about him, like I have to talk about him. I just find that like his writing style in particular is quite opaque. Like it takes me a long time to like fully understand like the intricacies of like what he's proposing and to apply it to a new situation. I feel like maybe I should have paid better attention in class when we were talking about Foucault, but I didn't, and now I am paying for that through all of this time I am pouring into the thesis. All things considered, I feel like I've learned so much from my medical anthropology courses. Like, I personally don't see myself pursuing a career in anthropology in terms of like getting a PhD or becoming a professor of anthropology. But I genuinely think that my anthropology major has taught me more about like how to be a person with integrity and good morals and like how to communicate with other people. Like it's taught me a lot of soft skills that I personally feel like I haven't really obtained in my biology major, because my bio major, like it definitely taught me a lot. Like I learned a lot of like industry skills such as like doing different assays like molecular cloning, cell cultures, like DNA purification, yada, yada, yada. Like it taught me a lot of hard skills that I can apply in a biology related job. But I feel like my medical anthropology major has taught me more life skills in general. So I don't regret doing either major. I just feel like both have given me like different important things to carry with me through my life. Even if I don't really enjoy writing this thesis, I feel like it is teaching me a lot about communication and how to explain and interpret results and situations and people and things like that. Or at least that's what I tell myself in order to keep myself motivated to write my thesis when I really don't want to. She's done. She's done. It was 87 pages long. 87. So my screen is so dirty. But there we go. I am finally, officially done. And this is my last clip that I found from finals week. This is just what my psychology review sheet looks like. I already have a tutorial posted on both my shorts and my Instagram reels if you want to learn more about it. But that was my finals week. Flew by in a flash, and I actually did pretty okay, so I'm really proud of myself for finishing out the semester strong. Collection is a tradition at Swarthmore done during our first year freshman orientation and then during our last year just before graduation. They are derived from the Quaker tradition of collections, which are assembly-style gatherings that begin with a moment of silence in which people collect themselves and become fully present, so that's why it's called collection. Usually there are a few speakers, a choir that sings the school song, and finally we all light candles together. And it's hosted in the amphitheater, and when night falls and everything dims, all you see is one candle being lit, then two, then three, then eventually the whole audience as people share the flame with each other. It's one of the clearest memories I have of my first days of Swarthmore. Another tradition is during collection, if you take your candle back to your dorm with you without the flame going out, you can make a wish that will come true or something like that. So I took my candle home and I saved it for the past 4 years of college just so I could light the same candle and take it back to my dorm with me. It was just a really sweet, nostalgic moment, and last collection is one of the first parts of graduation that really made me realize, oh, this is actually it. I'm actually graduating. This is real. We had a few rehearsals for the graduation ceremony, and then it was time for the real thing. Swarthmore is an arboretum, and there's a special rose garden, so they all gave us roses from the garden to pin onto our robes, and then my parents also gave me a graduation lei, and then I also have a few stoles. I genuinely don't think I would have been able to graduate without the support of my mentors, my professors, my friends, and of course you. During the worst times, I would go online and read all the nice and encouraging comments you guys left on my videos and my posts, and I loved being able to connect with you guys and share the past 4 years with you. I honestly just cried a lot during graduation because I was so emotional. It had been the culmination of 4 years of long, hard work, and I'm so grateful I was able to share that with you. Of course, we celebrated graduation with lots of food. My grandmother actually ended up coming from Korea to see my graduation because I'm her youngest grandchild and she really wanted to see me graduate. So, of course, we really wanted to take her out to lots of new restaurants with food she hadn't tried before. 2 weeks later, I moved back to Philadelphia to start my job. I originally thought I was going to have a roommate, but plans changed and I was luckily able to find a studio apartment that was pretty decently priced in terms of rent and utilities. For the first few days, we really didn't have anything except what I had left over from college, so we ate instant noodles and made rice in my rice cooker for the first little while, but we were able to get some of my stuff from my dorm into my new studio, and the rest we just bought in Philadelphia. Moving in went a lot smoother than I thought it would, especially because my mom was there to help me. I'm really close with my parents, and so having my mom there to support me helped me figure out how to pay rent on time, set up like new accounts and navigate like utilities and setting up Wi-Fi portals and things like that. That was just really helpful for me personally, and also my mom is really good at organizing things, so she really helped me organize my closet, my dishes, my pantry, everything like that. And just to recap, I did end up taking a gap year, and I'm currently working in clinical research, specifically in nephrology, and I work with patients who have glomerular disease. I've been able to learn so much through my position, especially the differences between clinical research and traditional wet lab biological research, which I've been doing for my 4 years of undergrad. And I've also learned what it means to be part of a care team and to treat patients and to really understand like where our patients are coming from. Okay, so I went to go buy pots and pans and things, and my mom and I found Crocs for $20. Aren't these pretty cool? These are my shower shoes from college that you remember. And then my mom and I bought matching sneakers. So now we have even more matching shoes. Ta-da! So I ordered a table from IKEA and my mattress came in, and we just went shopping at Reading Terminal and we got some bread and we got some vegetables over here. So this is one of my favorite bakeries in Philly. It's called High Street Bakery. My friend introduced me to this bakery and I really love their Parmesan scones. And I also got a baguette and I got like a country loaf as well in my bag. So I will show you afterwards, but for now we have to handle this mess. I think my clinical research position currently is a little more unique compared to other clinical coordinators that I've seen in other departments because I do a lot of patient-facing work, whereas I feel like the research assistants that I've met from other departments like rheumatology or pulmonary have been a lot more admin-focused, but thankfully in my position, I'm able to directly work with patients. I also started applying to medical school around this time, so I was writing a lot of essays and sending them out one by one. I got my first interview offers towards late August, early September, and started doing interviews in September and October. I got my first acceptances in October as well, but as of now, I still have a few more interviews left to go, so I'll probably have a more firm idea of where I'm going to be in April, which is when I have to commit to an offer. Otherwise, post-grad life has definitely been an adjustment where I feel like I'm constantly working. I used to make fun of the people complaining about a 9-to-5 job when I was in college, but now that I'm actually working that 9-to-5 and adding in the commute time, I can see what everyone is talking about when they say don't have time to do anything anymore. By the time I get home, I'm doing chores, I'm going to the gym, I'm cooking dinner, and then it's already 10 p.m. and I don't have time to do the fun things that I used to do. I mean, I could stay up to do fun things, but then I'd wake up late for work. It's also harder to meet people and make friends as an adult. I only ever see my coworkers at work, and I don't often get the opportunity to mingle with others and build new connections. That's part of the reason why I started volunteering, because I thought I could meet new people that also care about the same issues and causes as me, but I haven't really been able to connect with them since I'm the youngest person in my group. I'm the only one without kids, things like that. So if anyone else is also experiencing the same post-grad slump, then let me know how you're handling it and if you've been able to build new friendships and things like that. For now, I've just been pouring myself into reading and working out as my hobbies because that's something I have more time for compared to when I was in college. So this is what we got from Reading Terminal. We got some lettuce, we got corn, bell pepper, we got tomatoes and cabbage, and some apples and a pear, and we got all of this for $5.99, so pretty good. And this is the bread I got from High Street Market. So this is a baguette, country loaf, 2 Parmesan onion scones, ham and cheddar brioche roll, and then a cookie. And then these are the vegetables that I prepared, and then these are just some cherries I got from Aldi. The corn I am cooking right now. But pretty good. I am so excited. And that is a recap of what I've been up to, what my last semester of college looked like, my graduation, my move, and what I'm doing right now. This last video here that you're seeing is a video that I already posted to Instagram, but it's basically a day in my life, and it's a pretty accurate reflection of what my day-to-day work looks like. Otherwise, thank you so much for your patience and for your support. Like I said before, I truly don't think I would have been able to make it through these 4 years of college without your kindness and your support. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day, and bye-bye!